Recently, a Christian doctor in England was suspended by the government, which controls all national health care, because he refuses to call a man who wants to identify as a woman she or her. Dr. David Macareth said he could not refer to, quote, any 6-foot-tall bearded man as madam, and said that to do so is, quote, a ritual denial of an obvious truth. The doctor has been hauled before a tribunal for his insensitivity and faces punishment for stating the obvious truth. Let's interject a note of reality here. One's sex is not something that can be changed by a court or by a doctor. All they can do is perpetrate a sham on you. And that's exactly what they are attempting to do. A court or a human rights tribunal ruling that marriage is something that can take place between two people of the same sex, or that a man with an XY chromosome is actually a woman, is tilting at the windmills of reality. They may as well repeal the law of gravity. They'll have just as much success. This is an exercise in futility and sorrow, because no matter what your legal documents say, they will still fall to the ground if you drop them. You no doubt remember Hans Christian Andersen's classic story, The Emperor's New Clothes. In it, some swindlers sell the king invisible clothes. He falls for their fraudulent story, deciding to wear the magnificent but invisible garments in a public parade. Nobody in the crowd wants to admit the emperor is naked, and so they play along. But you can never stop a small child from pointing out the obvious. And one such innocent truth teller says, "But he hasn't got anything on." Much the same thing is happening with the cultural hucksters in our midst. They tell us that a man in a dress is a woman, and that two women or two men exchanging vows is a marriage, and that disagreement with any of it is bigoted hatred worthy of punishment. My friends, we must have compassion for these, because like us, they need Jesus Christ. But we must also be truth tellers, and the emperor hasn't got anything on. I know it, you know it, and in reality, they know it too. Let's pray for God's abundant grace for those who do not yet know Him. But let's not be complicit by playing along with a cultural fairy tale.